my friend. He stole, and that was a good $7,000 worth of blunts.
For 30 blunts?
For 60.
Damn, what kind of blunts are you smoking?
I went to his house, and like I said, since I met her, I got in emotions, and basically, whenever I went to his house and I told him he's a goddamn thief and give him back, he gave me back all 3 packs, but there was only 1 motherfucking blunt left. So, I was pissed off, and I said, don't steal from your friends, especially not me. So, that happened about a week ago, and I was walking back to my car, and he thought it was smart. He ran up behind me, and he slammed my head off of my car, the hood of my car. And I dropped to the ground, and I felt my forehead, and I felt blood, and it pissed me off. I grabbed a hold of his ankle, and I started squeezing, and I wasn't stopping on squeezing. I learned how to lock my joints, in other words, and I kept on locking them until I heard a crack in his ankle to where he couldn't run. And I quickly, off his gravel driveway, picked him up over my head and threw him through his kitchen window. I jumped, looked to my right in the kitchen, and I seen his little sister, good 3-4 years old, just shut down. I let him go. Instantly went over there, picked her up, and I said, it's nothing, just go back to sleep. It was around morning time, and around good 7 o'clock in the morning, and I picked her up, took her back to her bedroom, tucked her in, and I sat there for a couple hours making sure she fell asleep. Then I came out of her bedroom, and all of a sudden there was his dad. He said, I'm happy you beat him down. He needed it. And he thanked me for stopping whenever I did. I said I wouldn't have stopped. And so he brought it back. They all ganged up on me. I sleep in the living room. I'm not afraid to admit it. So I heard knocking on the door. 4 big motherfuckers.
Wait, he beat the shit out of you?
And I felt like I got hit by a truck right in my face. And I dropped to the ground. And then they picked me up, took me out to my car, and started slamming my arm off the hood of my car, and it dislocated my arm. And my used-to-be friend said, look, and by the time he turned around, I already had a hold of him, threw him against my car, started beating his head off the back of, like, the bumper of my car, and I just kept slamming it. And then I stopped after I knocked his ass out, and I just basically
what about the other two?
held my shoulder, and I did like where you know, to go pop your arm. Well, I did that to finish relocating it, and I said, who's next? And so two of them grabbed each arm, and then the third one started punching me in my chest and my gut, and then he kicked me. And then I started timing it out whenever he was doing it, and I kicked at the same time. I hit right in the middle of his shin, and I heard a snap, and he dropped to the ground, and then I lifted up my arms and slammed them to the ground. And then I started grabbing their throats, one in each hand, lifted them up above my head, took them to my car, and then I slammed their heads off the hood of my car, picked them back up, took them out to the road, slammed them off the concrete road, knocked their asses out. Then I went to the third one, and I started choking him, and then I slammed his head off of the ground.
God damn, what are you, fucking Superman?
And then I went after my used-to-be friend. And he tried to swing at me. And so what I did was I picked him up over my head, and threw him through his windshield, and now they're all in ICU.
What the fuck is the ICU?
An intense care unit. Basically, that's where you go if you're hurt really fucking bad, and it'll be a while before you get back to where you're better.
God damn, bro.
So they're all sitting in ICU with
a fucking walking Terminator, huh?
I don't like being bullied around by them.
No.
And see, he knew better.
You always gotta fuck somebody up, huh?
Zone B.
Yeah, I don't like being bullied, so I showed him how much I didn't like it.
Jesus, man, I can tell, man. You done beat the shit out of him, huh?
Yeah. So whenever he got thrown through the windshield, he literally tried saying this, but he was hurt really bad. He was hurt bad. He had glass stuck in his back from where I busted him through his windshield where I threw him through it. And he said, "You better watch your back." And I said, "I got nothing to worry about. Bring as many as you want."
You better be like, "I'm Batman."
Because I've been through worse.
Oh, I stole your kill, Derek.
It's alright. But I've been through worse.
Oh, he sniped the fuck out of me. I give him that. That was good. That was good. But I'm lying. So that was good.
No worry, I got him back for you.
Oh, good luck. Smash his head through a window.
Gains the lead.
But I've done worse to people.
Have you really?
Like where I used to have a bully.
Other than that.
I used to have a bully in school, and he thought I was going to take his shit, so he got 7 of his buddies, and they all tried jumping me. They used baseball bats, log chains, everything they could.
No way.
Yeah. 3 of them had log chains. The other 5 had baseball bats.
Oh man, I just unlocked my official copy.
And the 3 that had log chains, one of them wrapped 1 log chain around my right arm or my right wrist, and the second one wrapped a log chain around my left wrist, and the third one wrapped it around my neck.
Can you explain what a
pushed
rock
me down,
made
me stay down, and a couple of them was beating my head in with baseball bats.
Wait, what is that?
I didn't find it too... Well, see, I had to go to ICU after that, but I took them with me.
What is that log wrist thing? What is that? Can you explain that to me?
A log chain?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what that is. A log chain.
It's a chain that lumberjacks use whenever they cut down the tree. They wrap it around a log, and then they can lift up the log.
Damn, so they put those around you?
It's the big chains. It's the big chains. So,
that's crazy.
While they had those wrapped around me, the others was beating me down with the baseball bats. Couple on my head, couple on my back, and then the final one, I reached my hands around, grabbed a hold of the log chains, and I started to bring my arms together, and I slammed the 2 together. Then, whenever they was on the ground, they knew they fucked up because I grabbed a hold of the chain around my neck, and I started standing up, and the guy that was focusing on my legs looked like he didn't know what the fuck just happened because he thought he broke my legs. I stood up and I started running towards my bully, the guy that was leader of the fucking group. Yeah. And he didn't know what the fuck to think because I was dragging him. And I got to my bully, and I grabbed a hold of the chain, like reached my hand around, grabbed a hold of the chain again, started using it as a whip, and I hit him in his face, dropped him, grabbed the baseball bat, and then I went after the other guys, and let's just say we all ended up in ICU.
Wow, I lagged hard.
I ended up in ICU for about 3 weeks. They ended up in ICU for about a year.
Defeat
You was only in there
is
for 3
imminent.
weeks and they hit you with a baseball bat in your head.
I really don't like bullies.
And they was in there for like how long?
They was in it for a year. Well, a little over a year. I was in it for 3 weeks.
A year? Damn.
Yeah.
The zones are everything.
And they tried saying around school how they kicked my ass, and then I said, yeah, but guess who got jumped and fucking kicked all your asses? Who's the toughest one out of between us? You want to go again? And I started to go for a swing to just see what he'd do. He instantly dropped to the floor like, no, please. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought. And that's why a lot of people wanted my protection from school. I'm not one to fuck with.
You mean that girl that said that she'll have sex with you if you protect her? That one?
Yeah, that's one of them. I had a total of possibly around 40 people I was already protecting. Whenever the last time I had to protect somebody, see, he was born with something. I forgot what it was, and he's the same age as me, but he's around 4.5 foot tall tops, and he was being bullied by somebody that was around 6 foot tall. He was being smacked around. He
Wait,
was
is
trying
it
to be
called
stuffed in
dwarfism?
lockers.
When they're like, they can't go higher than like 4 feet? It's like dwarfism
Yeah.
or shit like that.
Oh. Well, all I know is I didn't see it until it was almost too late, because I just came out of the bathroom and I seen him get picked up and slammed against the top of the lockers on the wall above the
Damn.
lockers. And I got pissed off. I went straight to him, put my hand on his shoulder. I said, pick on somebody your own goddamn size, and drop him. So what's he do? He literally drops him, and I said, that wasn't smart. I picked him up with one hand, like one arm, and lifted him up with my hand on his throat. And I slammed him against the lockers, opened up my locker, put his head in my locker, and started slamming it. Then I lifted him up, slammed him against the wall above the locker. This bully shit. And he said, what do you mean? I said, look out in the hallway. He went out in the hallway. He seen my friend. His name is Braden. He was in tears. He was crying because of how mean he was being treated. And my teacher said, go ahead. And I said, good thing, because I was going to keep going anyways. And then I threw him through the window on the side. It was one of those big bay windows, double pane glass. Threw him through it. And I walked up to the window and I told him, if you ever do that again, or even show your face around me while you're bullying, you're going to get worse. And he was already choking on his own blood. He had to be immediately evacuated to the hospital, to ICU.
Have you ever been beaten up before?
No.
Not once, not ever.
I've been beat, but I've never lost.
So you've never lost a fight before?
See, say if you go to swing at me, I can catch your arm, because that's what we do in jiu-jitsu. We let the opponent swing first, and then we can grab that limb and
Counter.
just basically put them in a lock, and see if I want to. I can do that and put it to where I can break your arm in 7 different places, or I can hit 3 pressure points underneath your arm, disabling your arm for 3 hours, and then I can beat you down. Yeah.
Damn.
And see, what helped me out is, here's how they paid me with protection. They gave me packs of smokes. That's how they did it.
They give you cigarettes and change.
Yeah, for 1 month of protection, that's 1 pack of smokes.
Control.
So they gave me cartons at a time.
Bravo team.
Just think, 40 cartons.
Only one path to
That's
victory, Guardians.
400 packs of
Capture
smokes.
the zones. Destroy your enemy.
And see, if they wanted extra protection, where I'd be there on scene,
Enemy
they gave me
captured.
pounds
Zone
of weed.
Zone C captured.
Jesus Christ, bro. So that's
Here's how
you
much
have, like,
weed I have in my bedroom. Yeah, in my bedroom, I have a little over, oh shit. I have a little over maybe 400,000 pounds of weed.
What the fuck? How the hell do you have over 400,000 pounds of
Zone
weed?
B. Zone C
I got a
lost.
very big ass room and I don't use it. Let's just say that much.
Wait, how many pounds?
Zone C captured.
Around 400,000.
400,000 pounds of
Zone
weed
B
inside one
neutralized.
room.
Yeah.
What, do you live inside a fucking mansion?
No, we got a big ass house. We got a 3-story house.
Got a fucking,
Enemy captured.
got a
Zone
fucking
B.
pool right there. A pound of fucking room of freaking weed. You
So-
don't bring a pool out of that shit.
Yeah, and this is good shit. See, I even have a person that is a buddy of mine that I protect. He actually sells the shit, and he told me it's good shit. He sells the same kind, and he calls it Purple OG Kush. It's the best weed that you can smoke in order to get the best high. And see, I'm actually smoking it right now, and I'm going for my second blunt. I play better whenever I'm high. Don't
Wait,
get
are
it.
you smoking like
Yeah, that's
right now
right.
as you're talking, or are you like gonna smoke another?
I'm getting ready to light up my second one. I just finished off my first one.
As
But
you were
see what I
talking,
do?
When you were talking, you were smoking?
Yeah. Well, I was talking while smoking. And see, here's the thing. Here's what I do. Even though I got cousins that are cops, they told me to do this. I basically buy the, if I need to, which I rarely do, I empty out the filters, if you know what those are.
Yeah, I know what fuck is that.
And basically, I put in my rolling machine the Purple OG Kush, and at the very end, I will put the tobacco. And basically, if a cop pulls me over, I'll say it's just a regular cigarette because of the tobacco in it.
You realize weed is legal now, right?
Huh?
You realize weed is legal?
Some places here it isn't.
Oh, so
I
that
live in
means-
Indiana. Some places here in Indiana, it's not legal. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So if I ever go in a place where it's not legal, I'll carry my actual smokes on me. Have a couple of them that aren't real smokes. And basically if they say something, I'll show them my smokes, my real smokes. And then they'll still give me a ticket because I'm 17.
Oh, you're only 17.
So I straight up just pay it right there. I give them the money, tell them to take it straight to the courthouse. If they don't, then they can get arrested for stealing.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. I'm getting ready to light my second one here. Come here. Try protecting me if you can. I'm down here.
You're down, they're shooting you, No, I'm fucking
There
with
we go.
you.
But yeah. See, just basically, yeah, wherever you do, if you ever do come here, wherever you do not try stealing from me, or, like, if you want a blunt, just straight up tell me and I'll give you a blunt. I don't fucking care. I don't sell the shit. I can, and I can have a lot of money over it, but I don't.
So where you live in Indiana?
Yeah, Indiana.
What
Heavy
city?
ammo inbound.
Jasonville, Indiana. It's a small city.
Yeah, I never really heard of it.
What are you? Do you live in Indiana?
Nah, I live in Massachusetts. I'm on the coast.
Heavy ammo available.
Well, see,
Zone
I
B
don't know if you know where Terre Haute is.
Not really.
Do you know Shackamack State Park?
Shackamack. I don't know what the fuck it is. Wait, where is that at?
Well, we live about 2 miles from Shackamack State Park. If you ever look it up, we live about 2 miles from it.
Yeah.
Enemy captured Zone B.
Motherfucking rocket launcher, really?
Fuck.
But yeah, I'm just not one to fuck with.
Yeah.
He's weak. Fuck. This wolf blood didn't want to take the chance because that guy's in Blade Dancer form, even though I got him weak.
Yeah.
But see, here's the thing. This is sad. What's your light level?
Mine?
Zone C lost.
Yeah, your light
It's
level.
like 50 something.
50 something?
No, not even. 74.
You neutralized Zone B.
You know what's
Enemy
sad?
captured Zone
The
C.
level 17 is only 95 light.
Oh, you bitch! You beat me to it. Only at what?
95 light, that's it.
Yeah, I'm only at
Enemy captured Zone B.
74 because I have
They've
a
got
400
all,
ghost on.
Guardians.
Well, see,
Zone
that's the
C
thing.
Neutralized.
That's fucking sad because 95 light
Zone
for
A
level 17.
neutralized. Zone C secure. Only 5 minutes left. Enemy captured
Fuck off,
Zone
cunt
A.
bag.
You neutralized
But
Zone
yeah,
B.
I've done a lot of bad things. Like I've said, I've been arrested, I've been in jail, I've been in juvie. I don't care.
Enemy captured Zone B.
I spent a total of my life 3 years in jail and 2 years in juvie. So
5
if
years,
people think I
basically
really
locked up.
care if I get arrested, I don't.
Zone B neutralized.
You see him.
See what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You captured Zone B.
People even threaten to have me arrested.
Zone A
I welcome it. Go ahead. I want to be. Then I can be away from these stupid
Zone
bitches.
A secure. All zones
Pacific
held.
or these.
That's exactly what I'd tell them too. Go ahead, arrest me. I don't want to be near these stupid bitches anyway.
I tried to stop them from capturing
Enemy
C. I
captured
killed
Zone
one and then
C.
they doubled. They team shot at me.
Well, I killed 3 of them. There's only 2 left. One of them's almost dead.
That is bullshit. I was headshotting him the whole time.
Zone A lost.
Yeah, me and the little 17 keep going. Damn, we made a comeback.
Enemy captured Zone A. Zone
Go for
C
C, go for C.
neutralized.
I'm already at C.
Oh shit, you are? Okay. I'll hop on C.
Zone
Yeah,
C captured.
Go for B.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Zone B
They might win.
lost.
It's a close game, you never know.
Bitch, please.
Watch out for that lightning grenade.
Enemies almost
You walk
won.
right into it.
Oh well, we
Fucking
killed him
golden gun.
anyways. Ha he fucking left. Our teammate left because I took his kill. Oh well. He's being shot.
Oh, they're doing some bitch shit. They got defender in mid.
Watch out to your left. Watch out to your left. Darkness
game.
is not really killing.
That's game. They have a blade dancer and they also have
Zones
yeah,
are
I told you.
everything.
They had that defender
Well,
in
darkness let them kill me.
mid. Yeah, they had a darkness.
Yeah,
in
darkness on our team let them kill me with a slam.
mid. Yeah.